Hello, everybody, and welcome again to the Press Box, a weekly presentation of the Dispatch and the Rock Island Argus, where our sports staff gets together and talks about the issues of the day. I'm Steve Tappa. This is my cohort, Daniel McCarowitz, and I guess we should start off talking about postseason has started in Illinois. Of course, the Illinois small school girls, 1A, 2A, tipped off this week. The 3A, 4A girls tip off next week. Wrestling's already started. Swimming's already started. Everybody's into the postseason except boys basketball, of course, and but no less of postseason topics to talk about.
Yeah, and the big topic of conversation around the Quad Cities is how is that Class 4A regional at Rock Island going to be seated, because you have Ottawa, who currently only has one loss. You have Rock Island playing very well. Moline is playing better. UT looks to play a spoiler, and the big question is who gets the number one seed. Do you reward Ottawa for having one regular season loss, and that coming, I believe, in November? Or do you reward Rock Island for playing a very good schedule, beating the likes of Chicago Bogan, playing well against Normal U High, Normal Community, Aurora West? So that's up to the coaches. They're going to vote next week. They were released next Thursday, and we'll see who gets the number one seed. Like I said, the question is, do you reward one lost team or a team with a better schedule?
A tough schedule.
And that's what those coaches are going to have to figure out.
Well, and as I explained it to a couple of emailers, people were asking, which way would you go? They were wondering, do the coaches vote for themselves? Do they, how does the process work? And, really it's who votes for you.
Yeah, and it's pretty cut and dry. You are not allowed to vote for yourself, so essentially you vote for 4 teams, and you put them in order that you think they should be. Now, the caveat is if you're trying to get a particular seed or want to avoid somebody, you could drop somebody down to 4. You could put somebody up. It's up to the coaches how they want to do it. And keep in mind, some of them, want to win a regional championship. There's only one winner out of 5, so they're trying to figure out a way to help the integrity of the process, but also help to look out for themselves.
Their cause, yeah, exactly right. A couple can help their cause this weekend, of course, by following through with victories, playing well this weekend certainly will not hurt. Rock Island, of course, at UT. That's a kind of a trap game, isn't it?
Yeah, Rock Island, you know that you have UT on the road this week, and then you have to go to Galesburg next week. However, if the Rocks win, they clinch at least a share of their 5th consecutive Western Big Six Conference title. So there's plenty on the line for this game, because you don't want to go into Galesburg, with a 1-game lead. If you can maintain a 2-game lead going into Galesburg, if you're Rock Island, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it makes a strong case, certainly. Moline, of course, plays Alleman this week, and that's another game that Moline cannot look past. They need as many wins as they can going into the season.
Yeah, and at this point, I think Moline's kind of resigned the fact that the Western Big Six Conference is just not going to happen. So their focus is, let's try to finish strong in the regular season, try to get a top 3 seed in the regional, and see what happens from there. Moline is a team that could play for regional championship. They could lose their first game. They could win out. They could lose out. I mean, that's the type of team right now with Moline, is you just don't know exactly what you're going to get night in and night out. But they've been playing better on Friday nights recently. Let's see what happens on Friday night when they go to Alleman.
Another team looking to get some postseason momentum, Geneseo hosting Streeter. They just made the trip to Ottawa. They just made the trip to Rock Ridge. That was a tough twosome for them.
And Geneseo is still a really intriguing team because they got good guard play. They have a really good big man. Jordan Himmelman, in my opinion, is an all-state caliber player. Geneseo's trying to establish some momentum. The conference race is kind of over. Now they're trying to play for a top 3 regional seed when that gets released next week.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when all the dust settles. It's going to be a big weekend for prep sports all the way down the line. Basketball, wrestling, swimming, going to be fun.
Bowling too.
Yeah, and bowling too. Yeah, shouldn't forget to say bowling. So hopefully we see you at a ball game this weekend. If not, we'll see you next week here on the Press Box.